Okay, we're gonna try this. We are going to try me not touching anything, and hopefully the internet stays intact and you can hear me. Hallelujah. Please let me know if you can hear me when you jump on. Good morning. Welcome to the first Monday of the rest of your life. I have said that to my sales team this morning, to my coaches, and to my community in PPI, my clients, the women who are so committed out of their minds to building something extraordinary, and to not just building something extraordinary, but every single day being like, okay, what's next for me? What's my next level? Where's my glass ceiling that I need to break through? And really challenging themselves into being extraordinary. Because here's what I know for sure. Being extraordinary isn't just gonna drop out of the sky and be really obvious to you about where you get to go in order to be extraordinary. It's just not gonna happen. Can you let me know if you can hear me? Just so that I can make other arrangements if you can't hear me. But I think you can because you're still here. So the message today is, do you belong here? And over the last 4 months, I'm in completion energy today because my team, my leadership team and students, just great, that's awesome, just graduated. And we had 3 days this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, of pure celebration. And when I woke up this morning, I was just, my heart was so tender. I felt so connected to this team and what they created. And ultimately, as I was reflecting back on the last 4 months, it took this team, honestly, a long time to all feel like they belonged. And sometimes I think that we show up in life. Victoria, can you tag people, please? I wasn't able to tag very many people. But sometimes I think that we show up in life waiting to belong somewhere, waiting for people who are just like us to make us feel welcome, or make us feel like we're important, or make us feel like we matter. And today, I really hope that this message comes across your feed at some capacity or another, because you need to know that you matter and that you belong, because God says so and because you choose it. You see, belonging is actually intimacy, okay? And if you don't feel like you belong anywhere, if you don't feel welcome anywhere, if you get nervous around people, if lone wolfing feels easier to you, if being alone is something that you gravitate towards, it's because, and simply, really, truly, and it's not really that, it's simple, but it's not easy. It literally took me 4 months to have this hammered into me, and it finally clicked this morning. The belonging is a choice. It is the choice to stay when it is uncomfortable. It is the choice to stay when you are uncomfortable. Now, I can tell you so many rooms that I have walked into where I have not felt adequate, where I have not felt qualified. I have spoken on stages where I'm like, man, are you sure I'm the girl? I have had people hire me where I'm like, man, are you sure I'm your coach? And these people see something in me that I didn't see in me. And it wasn't until I started to choose, no, I am extraordinary, that I started to choose, I belong here, even when I'm uncomfortable. I mean, I sat in a room full of billionaires last year, and I was so nervous about it. Nothing inside of me felt adequate enough. And I called my coach at the time, who was Yahya Bakar, brilliant guy. Follow him on Instagram. He's so awesome. He's a very, very rock star coach, very high profile coach. And he said to me, Tara, what I'm hearing you say is you're making this event about you and about your feelings and about what you feel when you're around these kinds of people. Okay, when you're around successful people, when you're around extraordinary wealth, which I have, by the way. It's insane, the tricks our brain plays on ourselves. But the reason why I'm sharing this story with you is to remind you that I'm just like you, okay? I go through this stuff too. I get crazy thoughts in my mind. But without sharing it, I can't step into what Yahya told me next. And what he told me next was, what if this wasn't about you? And so that's my question for you this morning. What if being in this group wasn't about you? What if your comfort levels in going live here, what if your comfort levels in really, these are for my PPI and UR coach clients right now, this is a specific message. What if being inside these masterminds that you're paying for, you're paying great money for, what if it actually wasn't about you? And it was about everyone else in the community and being there to show them what's possible when you choose to belong. Because here's the deal with community, right? Imagine if every single person inside this community had the same thought of, I'm gonna wait until I feel comfortable, until I personally feel welcome, until I feel connected in order to show up. Imagine if every one of us felt that way. Well, first of all, if I felt that way, I wouldn't even be hosting this community. And if you felt that way, you certainly wouldn't be showing up outside your comfort zone and creating the extraordinary results that you are. And so my point in sharing this with you is to put this thought and seed in your mind that belonging and being a part of something and creating extraordinary results and becoming an extraordinary coach has nothing to do with you other than your choice to choose to belong here, especially when it's uncomfortable. In fact, that is when you will experience belonging. When you are so uncomfortable, when you don't feel welcome, and yet you choose to stay because you know you matter. Somewhere, somehow, you know that God has told you that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, created in the image of Him, and that there is nothing that can separate you from Him except for you. And that's the same for us. That's the same for you and me. That's the same for this community. Nothing can separate me from you except for you. So be here. Show up. Come to my events. My next event is Become an Extraordinary Coach. It's on the 12th and 13th. This is a free workshop that I host. If you are a coach or you want to become a coach, missing this would be a huge detriment to your success. I don't know. I'm not a bragger, and what I've created here through God, what God has given me to give to you is like insanely powerful. I've hosted it one time. I put this together in December, and the feedback that I got on it, well, you can see the feedback. If you go to extraordinarycoachlive.com, Victoria's going to drop the link. You will see the feedback that I received from this live video. This live event. My apologies. It's been an extraordinary weekend, and my heart is mush, and so is my brain, I will tell you. I'm taking a bit of a down day just to let all the beauty of what was just celebrated and created over these last 3 days really sink into my heart and just be connected. But you get to come. You get to come to Extraordinary Coach, become an extraordinary coach, because without choosing extraordinary, you will never be it. You will just be good or kind of good. And there's nothing mediocre, there's nothing small about you, because you matter, you're important, and you belong here. But it's up to you to choose it. I see you. I love you. Create something extraordinary today. The link is below. Click it, register, and I'll see you tomorrow at 11 o'clock as well, but I'll also see you on the 12th. Okay? Bye.